Nick Pope.
It's a top save from Nick Pope.
Head and shoulders above the rest. He's a heartbreaker. The World Cup is just a few weeks away now, and there is one spot that is very much still up for grabs. So we came to Wembley ahead of the friendly against Italy to ask England fans who they think should be in goal in June. Who do you think should be in goal for England in Russia?
Pickford. Pickford.
Jordan Pickford.
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 What? Pickford.
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 Joe Hart's a bit of a calamity at the moment, isn't he? Dropping everything that comes near him.
Jack Butland.
Butland.
Jack Butland.
Butland.
I think he's got a lot more promise than the other two.
I think Butland. Yeah. Jack Butland. Jack Butland.
Jack Butland probably would be a good shout.
Why is that?
He just seems to be a bit more form than anybody else.
They're all pretty poor, aren't they? But he's slightly better, I suppose.
Going forward, future tournaments, Pickford's definitely going to be up there, but I think it's a tournament too soon. Same with Nick Pope.
So there we have it. England fans are pretty split as to whether they want Jordan Pickford or Jack Butland in goal come June. What about the other two? Are they right to be leaving them out? Let's put it to the numbers. On the surface of it, you'd probably expect Gareth Southgate to want the best English shot stopper in goal for England come June, and luckily for him, our post-shot XG model is pretty good at judging shot stopping ability. As we've touched on in the last few episodes, the model incorporates the quality of the chance and the placement of each attempt in rating the goalkeeper's capacity to keep out shots. As a result, we can see the number of goals we would expect a goalkeeper to have conceded and put that number alongside the number of goals they actually have conceded. Of the 4 players in question, Nick Pope has prevented 11 more goals for Burnley this season than an average goalkeeper, whereas Joe Hart has actually conceded 12 more than we would have expected. In relative terms, Pope has conceded just 66% of the goals we'd expect him to, whilst Hart has conceded over 150% more than he should have. Pickford and Butland, meanwhile, have performed just slightly below the average. The same model can also estimate just how many points a keeper can save his team or any other team in the league based on that shot-stopping ability and the quality of those shots. As a result, we can compare Pope's heroics at Burnley with what might have been. With Jack Butland in goal, we'd expect Burnley to be 5 points worse off. With Jordan Pickford, that would be 6 points. And with Joe Hart in goal, Burnley would be at least 11 points worse off. In most scenarios, Joe Hart would create relegation to Turf Moor this season. But we know that goalkeeping isn't just about good shot stopping. Southgate might also be looking for a good distributor. Jordan Pickford has the best pass completion of the group at 48%, but we've also got to consider the system in which they all play. The average distance of a Nick Pope pass is the longest in the group, indicating that he is probably being asked to play long by Sean Dyche, and that as a result we shouldn't expect an especially high completion rate. So it can get pretty convoluted when you try to judge a keeper's distribution. Shot stopping has to be the #1 priority for Southgate when it comes to picking his #1 goalkeeper, but it's also a facet that can be really quite streaky from season to season, so we can't say that Nick Pope will be this good forever. But if the manager is truly going to pick on form, then Joe Hart should be nowhere near the squad, and Nick Pope should be in goal for England in June. So there we have it. As unfashionable a choice as he might be, Nick Pope is the obvious one for Gareth Southgate heading into the World Cup this summer. Where should we go next? Let us know in the comments below, but in the meantime, this has been 3 Minute Myths, delusions debunked in 180 seconds. Joe Hart's not getting anywhere near.
No. Well, I'm sure he'd be okay, but he's not in the greatest form at the moment. So.
Once he gets himself to Curry, he's getting a new TV and watch it.